there, how y'all doing? It's me, Barb, and I'm at Burger King. You all, I have not been to Burger King in 5 zillion years, partly because where I live, there's not a Burger King around. And I was way on the other side of the town out west, and but anyway, and I thought, oh, why don't I stop at Burger King? And I know they've got a lot of new items. I decided to choose one thing that used to be my go-to, and I tried 2 new things. So we got 3 things to try. So let's see what I got here. So I got some onion rings, which I've never gotten at Burger King. This is the small. And they taste pretty. They smell, they don't taste, they smell pretty good. And then I got, Barbara Linky still has not gotten her, what do you call it? A tray yet. Oh, this is cute. Look at this little thing. This is the small chicken sticks, I guess they're called. I've never had them. And look at that little chicken. You use that for Easter. Look at the little, I love stuff like this. It says crispy on it. And it says crunchy on the other side. You know how I love that marketing and when they're creative like that. Now that's real cute. That chicken doesn't look too happy, but I guess he wouldn't if he was cutting the strips. Anyway, and then I got a Whopper Junior. So this is kind of a mukbang. I don't think I'll eat everything, but oh well. Because I just didn't know if the chicken strips would be my fashion or not. I'm not into pressed, like, you know, that kind of prefab chicken. Yeah, I'm making a lot of noise with that. And maybe I'll do some questions too. I will see how I do. Well, I'm going to start. How are you all doing, first of all? Let me know in the comments how you're doing. I love hearing things, you know. And Keegan, I've been thinking of you with that surgery, and I'm hoping you're all right. And just all of you, I love hearing how you're doing. Okay, hang on. And Debbie, I hope you had a good birthday. That was a while ago. But anyway, Burger King. Let's try an onion ring. It's a little tiny thing. I like the crispiness. It's got a lot of crispiness. I don't taste much onion. Let's see if we can pull the onion. See, they're little babies. Let's see if I can pull the onion. Where is that onion? Oh, it's a tiny little thing. Oh, I can hardly find it. It's so bready. I honestly don't know. It's really tiny in there. You know how usually you have an onion ring, and then you can pull it out? I don't know if they're bits of onion or what. But it's nice. It's light. It's not like when you can taste that onion and the onion comes out in a string. Ooh, I like that. It's funny. I mean, I like it. There's not, sometimes some of these fried things from fast food have a little aftertaste or a bad one. This one has a bit of an aftertaste. It's not too horribly bad. I can't figure out where, I think they just put bits of onion in there or something. So weird. But it's pretty good. I used to love French onion soup. I think I've told you that. But is my hair all wackadoodle? It always is. Who cares? Anyway, and I love ice water. I know some people, some of you all in other countries don't drink ice water, but we Americans do. Well, and a lot of people in the United States is trying to get away from the ice. I love cold ice water. I'm terrible. Well, let me take a little bite of old Whopper Junior. I love Whopper Juniors. That's basically what my go-to was whenever I went. I'm bad about that. When I go to a fast food or a restaurant, if I find something I really like, I always get it. And this is making me branch out, you all. I probably would have never had an onion ring at Burger King. Maybe on a really cold night or something, and I was out here and I was real tired, I'd have an onion ring. But anyway, Whopper Junior. What was it? Oh, I can't remember how they used to sing it. Oh, I should have looked it up. Oh, my mind is blank. I can hear it in the back of my head, but anyway, it's not coming to the forefront. lettuce, cheese, pickle. No, that on a sesame seed bun. Oh, was that McDonald's? Oh, you can't take me anywhere. Okay, I'm going to open this up for you all. Woo, woo. And a nice little patty, a little tomato, mayonnaise, lettuce. I didn't ask for onion, and a little pickle. Yeah. Lettuce, tomato, pickle on a sesame seed bun. I can't remember how to sing it. Isn't that terrible when you get older? Oh, and you younger people, remember, when you get older, you'll think it won't happen to you. I'm sure some of you, your parents just drive you nuts with how forgetful they are. Let me tell you, if you're lucky, sorry, I got a sesame seed down there, or somebody in there. I think it's the onion ring. That was a little tiny piece of onion between my teeth. Anyway, if you're lucky enough to get older, all those things that drive you crazy about older people, you're going to be it. I'm telling you, it's really weird. You think, oh, older people, just know that they're just like you. They just think it's weird that they're in this body. That's how I would explain it. Okay, I'm going to take a bite right. Mm-hmm. 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 Just like how I remember. I love a Whopper Junior. The regular Whoppers just seems like a lot of meat. But I like a Whopper, especially when they have like 2 for $6 or something. But Penny's not a big Whopper. No, maybe she does eat Whoppers. She likes quarter pounders from McDonald's. But we're just not out this way. Anyway, so let me just do a BBQ. And I thought we could call birthdays BBBs, because Barb's Bestie's birthdays and Barb Bestie's questions would be BBQ. So we'll do a little BBQ time. Okay, I still have some questions here, and feel free to leave a question in the comments about me or about the channel or whatever. Margaret Lafort, hi Margaret. You had asked, were you ever in professional theater? Well, I was for a short time. I started doing theater like in my 12, 13, 14 years old. I think that's about when I did. I went to Willow Way in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, but I didn't get paid or anything. But I was in some of their shows, and then I started doing the high school and junior high. I did some stuff, and the high school musicals and stuff, and then college I went to Central Michigan University, and but I left in my junior year. I didn't even finish my first semester. But you all listen, if you're younger, and I don't mean that you're a baby or anything. I mean, I think people are brilliant. I know fourth graders that can talk a more brilliant conversation than some 70-year-olds, So please don't, when I say younger, I just mean younger than me, okay? But what was I going to say now? See, that's what I mean, you all. A college, everybody's different on this planet. And it's hard when you love your parents and they pigeonhole you, And I know that's challenging, and you got to find your way through that. And I did drop out. I was so unhappy. And I just, it was silly. I was so miserable. And my parents didn't understand it on any level. I mean, they weren't talking to me for a couple days. But I knew deep inside me that wasn't for me, at least at that time. Now, I did go back to college when I was 27 years old, and I finally graduated when I was 30. And so that's funny. But anyway, so the question about professional theater, I got to get back on, because then I thought of another question I was about to answer. I'm bad about that, you all. Okay, so, well, wait a minute. I'll keep talking about the professional theater, and I'll get down to it. But let's try the chicken fries. I've never had these chicken fries. I think it's a funny thing. Now, I got the honey mustard. Let me show you what's inside. Boop, 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 boop. There are quite a few for a small, I think. And now, where did that little honey mustard go? Honey mustard sauce. Of course, I've never had Burger King's honey mustard sauce. Now, I know Burger King's in a lot of other countries. So if you're from another country and you have a Burger King, tell me what you get. Like what do they serve you? I think that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna just try it without the sauce first. Oh, it's got a little spiciness to it. A little kick. I'm surprised. I honestly didn't think I was gonna really like it. It's spicier than I expected. And it probably is a little bit of a pressed chicken, but it doesn't have that pressed chicken taste. Let me take a little bite. It's much better with the honey mustard. I like it with the honey mustard. Now, I don't see people review Burger King very much, but hey, I'm enjoying myself. I don't know, that's pretty good. Oh, I haven't even rated anything, have I? Well, let me just take a couple more bites and I'll rate stuff. Or maybe I just won't sometimes, you know? Anyway, okay. Well, I'm going to say this right off. Whopper Junior, no onions, thumbs up. The onion rings, I kind of go like this. I don't feel that onion coming through, but it's just little bits of onion, but it's pretty good. And the chicken fries are a little spicy for me, but if you like spicy, then you're going to like them. I say they're pretty good, too. I think they're kind of like this. So Whopper Junior, you know, I give it a 9 or a 10. Let me just say, I'm going to say a 9 for today. Maybe I'll take a few more bites and I'll say a 10. It used to be a 10 for me. The onion rings, I'm going to have to give those a... You all, they taste good. It's just little pieces of onion in the batter. It's not really the slice of onion. But they taste pretty good. I want to say 7, but I really want to give it an 8. Sorry, I mean, I wish there was an onion in it. I mean, there are, but they're little tiny ones. And the chicken strips, I think you spicy people are going to give it a lot higher number. I think these are pretty fun. You need a fast lunch. I call this a mukbang. I think it's crazy when people do a mukbang and they just do one hamburger and fries and call it a mukbang. That's not a mukbang. Mukbang is when you try a whole bunch of different things from a store. I would love to do that, but first the pocketbook and my stomach, which is growing as we speak, couldn't handle it. There was a time it could. Really not. There probably really wasn't a time it could. It's a little spicy for me. I think I'm rating them kind of low, but just because it's more spicy than I really like, I'd probably give it a 7.5. But part of me thinks it's an 8.5. Well, I'm a mess. I think it's good. Oh, I love ice water. Okay, I got to tell you, this weather this year, this winter, I don't know what winter's like where you're at. Let me know. We're in western North Carolina in the mountains, and it has been a mild winter. Now, at any minute, it could snow any day. We know that. We thought it was going to snow last night, and right now, I think it's like 54 degrees. And we're in western North Carolina. Anyway, I'm enjoying it. I just like to enjoy whatever weather it gives you. If it rains, let's enjoy it. If it's sunny, let's enjoy it. You know, if it's cold, let's enjoy it. Anyway, okay, that question. Margaret, I'm sorry. All of you, I'm sorry. You're dealing with me. You all know. Have I been in professional theater? So, anyway, I went to American Academy of Dramatic Arts after I was at Central Michigan University, just for a year, or maybe not even a year, and I think I've already told you that. But anyway, then I went to New York City, and when I went to California, I didn't know anybody. When I went to New York City, I knew one person, and he was an older classman from Central Michigan University, and I didn't know him real well. I mean, I kind of knew him, and I saw him a couple of times. And then, well, that's not true. Then I knew somebody else who was there too, and he was doing really well in New York. But you know, we weren't hanging out. I wasn't hanging out with any of these two men. And then I think later, my ex-boyfriend came like later from high school. My boyfriend from high school. But anyway, I can't remember when he got there. Maybe he was there already. I don't think he was. Anyway, so what? So I did some off-Broadway stuff, or an off-Broadway. And no, I didn't do off-Broadway. I did off-Broadway stuff. And then I was with Prather Productions, and that was, I did some comedies, and I love doing vanities. And then I did some musicals like Shenandoah. Excuse me. Boeing, I remember one. I can't remember the names of the shows that I did, but, and that was a dinner theater in Pennsylvania. So I did that for a couple months, a couple years. I can't remember how long I did it for. Quite a while. And then that was really it. I did it like a commercial, I think. I did a little walk on One Life to Live. And that was really when I was ready to leave. And the casting director was wonderful. And I wish I was more into it at the time, but it was just, it was time for me to go. And now, you go, oh, if you just hung on longer, but you can say those would have, could have, should have, but it just doesn't serve you at all. So I just trust that I've done in my life what I'm supposed to do, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That's how I like to think of it. Anyway, so I guess that's your answer. I sang at a couple weddings and got paid. What else? Sang in a band for a little while, just a little contemporary Christian band. It was very short-lived. I'm trying to think of what else. Anyway, I did a little children's television show, but that was at Central Michigan University, so it wasn't like I was paid or anything. But so I just did dabbled. I just did a little bit. I hadn't done a lot. Nothing like woo. Anyway, I just like having a good time. Okay, I'm gonna take another bite, right? These shirts are weird. A hamburger. I don't know. Maybe the hamburger's an 8 now. Whopper Junior. A little chewy. This is for fast food, you all. If you want to compare this Whopper to a restaurant, well, then we got to sit down and talk, and it's down to a 6 maybe. It's kind of hard when you're rating things, Are you talking fast food? Are you talking restaurants and stuff? Because then I would say, if this was compared to a restaurant, this would be, these onion rings would be probably a 5. Maybe a 6. I think they're good. I really do. Isn't that funny? Well, you all... I think I've rated them all. I've already given my thumbs. So, I don't know. I think this is kind of fun. If you could find a way for me to stay the same size as I was a year ago or 2 years ago. And still do this. I'm trying to be careful. Doesn't look like it, does it? These are fun, too. I tell you, I think they're 7. I probably have said every number in the book now. I crack myself up. Oh, goodness sakes. Goodness. Well, I hope you all are doing all right. It's really a gorgeous day out here. I'm just looking at the blue skies, and they're so blue. That's that Carolina blue. There was a time about 10 years ago or more where in August the skies would get really sooty, like the pollution was bad. And then it all cleaned up. I don't know, maybe it was 2 decades ago or it was a decade ago. I can't remember. It is pretty today. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go home. I'm going to get my little doggy do. And we're going to go for a nice walk. And, if you ever wonder what I'm doing, I'm probably either eating or walking my dog. Those are probably the 2 main things I do. And aren't I fortunate? I'm very fortunate. And I know I am. I've been very blessed with the people in my life. I have such beautiful friends, and you guys, my Barb's besties, and anyone who's viewing here, you're all been so kind and so nice, and I just enjoy reading the comments. It's just a kicks and a giggle. Anyway, and a wiggle in the grass, and a flip the right and go. What is that from? What musical? Anyway, I like it when somebody tells me. I'm like, yeah. A kick and a wiggle and a giggle in the grass, and a whip right? Fantastic. I can't remember how it goes. I just make up words sometimes when I don't remember the words to the song. I can hear the melodies in my head. I can see the person singing it, but that's about all she wrote. Anyway, y'all, talking about all she wrote, I better get it going. I hope you guys take good care of yourselves. You know, you are precious, and sometimes it's hard to see that. I tell you, yesterday I had a big trigger, and I was just hearing all those old yucky tapes in my head. And I just looked at Penny and I said, can you say some nice things to me and compliments? And she did, and I slowly worked myself out of it. But anyway, so back to old me. Oh, me. But anyway, y'all, take good care of yourselves. And until the next time, happy trails to you. Y'all, take good care, okay? Bye-bye now.